same team. He's not out to get me. So in those instances, I can say, don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. Don't try to hold fast to your wrong way of thinking just because you want to control the conversation or the argument.
No. Uh-uh. It's I don't I how can I say this without I don't understand how we can be so critical of other people and then not be equally give ourselves the same energy. We know we're not perfect. We listen. You know your stuff stink. Can I say it like that?
Yeah.
You know your stuff stink. I don't care how you try to convince anybody else. You know your stuff stink. It's okay. It's part of being human. It's part of being alive.
Right.
So don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. One of the things I think as that made my dad grow in my eyes when I was growing up was he came to us when I was 17 years old. He said, "I haven't always done right by y'all."
Right.
He said that, and it forever shattered that glass ceiling, or what I don't even know what you want to call it. But I knew he was wrong. But to hear him say it changed the whole dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Because subconsciously, I'm thinking you trying to hide something I know is there. Just let's deal with the elephant in the room. Sometimes we're gonna be wrong.
Right.
Sometimes we're gonna miss it, and especially in the marriage covenant. If you're not honest with your spouse, who you gonna be honest with?
Mm-hmm.
She know you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He know you wrong.
Right.
Just own it.
Own it.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it. You marriage you marriage does not require perfection on your part,
Mm-mm.
but it does require honesty.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes.
it
Yes.
does require
Yes.
honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be honest with, or let me say it like this: we can't be honest with each other if I'm not first of all honest with myself.
True. That's true.
So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. Don't be
Mm-hmm.
afraid. Don't be afraid to need correction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me balance that. Okay, let me balance that. Some of us are afraid to be wrong because our spouses never let us forget it.
Now that's the truth.
But you know what?
That's
That
the truth.
that could be the reason for that is because you denied other areas. And so now this
Okay.
is this is grand.
Okay.
So
I
let's
can see that.
let's practice some balance. Let's
Mm-hmm.
practice some balance
I can
and
see
and,
that.
and, and and some weight. Don't criticize your spouse when they're wrong. Give them make it a safe place.
Right.
I
That's the thing.
I believe I helped somebody right there.
That's the thing.
Make it a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know you're not right. We all the time, 100% of the time, you're safe here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say something about that?
No, I was just gonna say, in our attempt to talk through those things, like you said, if one or the other spouse is harboring on that every time,
Every
remember
time.
you were wrong last week. Remember you were wrong last month. Remember you were wrong last year.
Last time you did that.
Continuing to bring that up, it stifles the room for
Yeah.
flexibility.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying that when I'm wrong, when I realize that I was wrong, that I shouldn't display some type of humility, and own it, like you said earlier. But at the same time, I shouldn't be condemned over it, butchered over it, time and time and time
Time and
again.
time and time again. No, you shouldn't.
Because what happens then is now conversation or communication ceases.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to approach talking to you at all about anything that matters anymore, because you're going to slaughter me if I misstep or if I misspeak
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
any way.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just going to hold on to the stuff.
Or now I'm defensive.
Exactly.
Now I'm defensive.
Right.
And
Right.
that's not how covenant should go. It's not how covenant should go.
Right.
Now don't don't get it twisted. We're gonna have conflicts, but we don't need to be petty in
Ooh.
our
Don't
conflict.
be petty.
Don't be don't
Don't
no,
be
don't
petty.
don't be petty patty over there. Okay?
All
Give
right.
them a safe place.
Right.
Don't be afraid.
Right.
Don't be afraid to be wrong
Right.
sometimes. All right?
So you started with stop trying to control everything.
Yes.
Right.
Stop trying to control everything. Some stuff is just Scripture says you can't hold water in your hand. Something you just can't do it.
Right.
Stop stop trying to control it. Everything.
And I think, this is a good place for people to just pause and take a Selah, calmly think about this thing. What are some areas that you are trying to control with regards to your spouse? I mean, really, really think about it because we got some A types, A type personalities in the room. I don't mean in this room, and I don't mean in the church. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
In general. And if you start to think about control, control can teeter over into manipulation, which is not a good place to be in. And so I think, here's one of the purposes of us coming together, okay? We talking about riding with the Radfords and everything. One of the purposes of us coming together is for self-reflection. Because we believe that for marriages to be healthy, we can sit down as pastor and leaders and talk people through marriage maintenance. But unless you see it for yourself, unless you're able to recognize the areas that you need to grow in, the areas that you need to address, it's a moot point. And so I think in the hustle and bustle of what we're doing, you scrolling on Facebook and doing all these different things, this is a good moment for you to take a self-assessment. We're in the love month. This is one of the reasons why we're saying we're going to step out here and share our heart with some people, over the next few weeks. But this is a good time to do some self-assessment, to
Yeah.
do some self-reflection about my role in my marriage. What
Yes.
am what am I doing? Are there areas that I try to control, that I try to keep everybody, my husband, my kids, my wife, whatever it may be, in a box, that I don't allow room for flexibility? That I'm trying to keep things, the way that they've always been, or whatever it may be. I got to look at me and what am I doing?
True confession. Just this right here. This whole live situation.
Right,
I've run away from it because I couldn't control it.
right.
And my worst fears seemingly have come to pass
He got a lot of gadgets, y'all. That's really all it is.
because I'm trying to control the narrative.
Right.
But there's some things I just can't
You
control.
just gotta let it go.
Like Teddy Pendergrass was prophetic.
Right.
He said, "Think I better let it go, let
That's
it
right. You
go."
gotta let it rip, babe.
You just drop it where it is, and to the believer, when does trusting God ever come into play? If I'm always trying to control everything and
Oh.
everybody.
Oh.
See, if I was at the upper room, I would have did the
That's right.
throw a bag of
Throw a
nickels
bag
at
of
you
nickels.
because I just hit somebody with truth you can't
Right.
dodge.
Right. Right. Right.
When are we gonna let God be God and stop trying to control things and people? You are not God Junior. We are not God Junior. And you'll find it'll be less stressful. Now we come back to that first one, but the
Right.
first one is stop
That
trying
was
to
missed in the
control
beginning.
everything. The next one was don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. And the last one is laugh at life and at
You
yourself.
got to.
You gotta
You
laugh at
got. You
life.
got to.
You gotta laugh at life and laugh at yourself because life will throw some stuff at you.
Right.
Yes, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself.
And I think most people know we're serious people. I mean, we know how to address matters that matter. But one of the premises of riding with the Radfords is those comical moments that we share when we in the car.
We call them Cole Brown
Cole
moments.
Brown. Oh yeah. I mean,
Y'all know who Cole Brown is. Look up Martin. Look at an episode of Martin.
yeah, we
Yeah,
have them.
we have Cole Brown moments
But that's healthy. We're not laughing at each other. Well, sometimes.
sometimes.
I I had a Cole Brown moment the other night, doing like a little role play with my daughter, and she had a billion bloopers with hers. Okay, in her attempt, she had a billion bloopers. Her daddy, he ain't laugh at those. I had one, and they just, I'm they, they took me out.
But you laugh too.
only later. But I'm saying life brings, comedy with it. And there's enough trouble in the world, Lord have mercy. There's so many things that we can be down and out and distraught about.
My God.
But
Yes.
being friends with your spouse, enjoying being with them, having fun. We did a little session the other. I say little. It was a short session over the weekend for a retreat, and one of the things that we were talking about was laughter, and that how many times we counsel with people, and one or the other spouse will say, "This ain't fun no more."
Wow.
Meaning
Wow.
that kids and bills and work and life and all of these things have brought us down. But when we were dating, we'd go to the movies or we just stay home and chill and laugh and, enjoy each other, playing Uno or spades or whatever. And we found pleasure in that. But it's not fun anymore. Why is that? Why are we not nurturing the fun? So I think that was one of the things that we tried to do in being flexible with spontaneity
Yeah.
with the riding with the Radfords. That these are off the cuff moments of us in the car enjoying one another in the conversations that we have.
And when you make that a priority, you start looking for the fun moments. You start looking for the opportunities, to laugh with each other. It's hard for you to have a frown on your face and a laugh at the same time.
It's
Try it.
hard. Yeah.
Try it. Laughter, and scripture says laughter is good like a medicine. Laughter, there's something therapeutic in laughter. It does something. I mean, it does something with your body, even the laughter, the endorphins. It does something chemically. So we have to learn to laugh at life and at ourselves.
Yeah.
Can
And
we
it
some
breaks up the
It
mood.
breaks the mood.
Those times where, we're talking about whatever, and you can kind of feel the tension coming a little bit, and then what'll happen?
I say some hold up. We're not gonna do this. Dum dum diddy.
You know,
Do something
just
crazy.
do something to
Say
disrupt it.
something off because guess what's going on? For those who are spiritual, you got to understand the devil hates this.
Oh yeah.
He hates the covenant because it looks too much like
Oh
God.
yeah.
And so he would love to sow any kind of discord. He would love to create any kind of division. And so when you sense it and feel that thing coming, you gotta stop his attack. Laughter, bringing in a brevity, breaking up that ominous mood and tone that's trying to bring you guys down. You got to break that up. That is strategic.
Yes, it is.
It is strategic to break that up. I mean, we've had some intense fellowship. We say we don't argue. We have intense fellowship, and I
Not
I could
much.
see where it was going, and I would say, hold up, wait a minute. We're gonna have peace in my house. We're gonna have peace in my house. And it kind of broke up. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I'm like, and I made a face, and she started doing that. She
Right.
started laughing.
Cause then it's like, why you got your face like that?
You
Why
know,
you all turn up like that?
what you smell? But you got what that also does. It speaks to a larger. And we got to go. A larger issue is if I'm with my spouse and this is my significant other, this is my life partner, this is my partner in time. They've seen you at your best. They've seen you at your worst.
Right.
For the sake we do everything for the sake of peace. That I put that in quotes, and it's really not peace. We don't say stuff that need to be said for the sake of peace. You're really not after peace. You're just after quiet. Quiet doesn't mean peace. That's a whole nother issue. We're gonna talk about that. We really gonna
Yeah,
talk about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But this person right here seeing you at your worst, seeing you at your best. Sacrifice that pride to secure what's really valuable. Peace. If I got to make myself look silly in front of her to keep our peace, oh, it's a wrap. It's not even a
Right.
question. It's not even a question. She'll look at, why are you looking silly? I say, you laugh to make you laugh. Why are you doing it? To make you laugh. You laughing yet? You laughing yet?
Because you know why? We've established some norms. And the norm is we don't want to go to bed angry. We don't want to let the sun go down on our
That's
wrath.
biblical. That's Bible.
We don't want to do that. And also, like you back to peace. I don't like being mad at my husband. I mean, point blank, period. I
Point blank.
don't.
Period.
I know, right? And so I think when we start getting to those moments where something is aggravating us or agitating us, it it's the accountability that we share with each other to say when one of us notices that it's going that way, if it's bending that way, then it's up to the other one to pull it back in
Yeah.
because we both can't go that way.
We both no
We
room.
both can't go that way. So I need somebody to keep it 100 and say we're not doing that tonight. That's
Yeah.
a pact.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna take us, and we really want to stop. We didn't want to take too much of your time, and let us know. Let us know if we need to come back and talk about this a little bit more. Let us know. Drop a line of some things you really want to hear about from a biblical standpoint, from a real and a righteous standpoint. When I say righteous, we're not all righteous. Sometimes we can be a little ratchet, but we approach things from a righteous standpoint.
Right.
We are. There was one moment we were talking, and Amia said, "I just want to be mad right now," and that's okay. That's a prerogative. That's okay. That was not my time to press the issue. So what I did, can we come back to this in 24 hours?
Yes.
Can we come back to this because there will come a point, and let's balance it. There will come a point sometimes where our emotions get the best of
Yeah.
us. And once that happens, there can't really be much dialogue.
No. And me laughing ain't gonna do nothing but make you mad. And like eating a Snicker when you're hungry for real.
Ooh,
As you
yeah. You
say.
trying to make me laugh, and I'm like I'm past the point of
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
step back
So deal with it.
and breathe. Give 24 hours,
Yeah.
and we come back in 24 hours and deal with that. That's see we gonna talk practically to you. There are gonna be some things, and I heard it. Well, some stuff is not a laughing matter. You're right.
Right.
Some stuff is not a laughing matter. But we can't press past the clear signs that emotions are too high to speak rationally.
Yeah.
So we got to come back after both of us have calmed down and deal with the root of the issue.
Right.
Deal with the root. Wow.
And then after some time has passed and we've dealt with what we needed to deal with, we might pop in coming to America and laugh then.
And laugh then. But make sure you keep laughter in your arsenal.
Yes, right.
It's part of flexibility. All this is
Yes.
part of flexibility. So to recap, stop trying to control everything.
Yes.
Be flexible. Don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes.
That's right.
Because you're not always right. And laugh
Laugh
at
life
life
and
and yourself.
yourself. Yes.
Thank you for
Wow.
putting up with our technical difficulties.
Oh, we
Thank you.
got it now.
We got it. We gonna
Yeah.
flow and move like Cadillacs next time.
Hey.
But God bless you. Pray something was said that has given you hope, that has given you help, and has put you closer to a place where you can walk in holiness.